ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sleeper Hold, where there are no disqualifications on the topics and falls count anywhere. Of course, I am your host, the analyst Robert Leach, being accompanied by my co-host, the Kluganator, and the insider Eric Zeidler. And this week, we thought we'd have a bit of a different show for you. We're not going to go over Raw and SmackDown results. We're not going to go over the weekly news. Besides the fact that Harlem Heat's going in, that was the one announced this week, right?
No. The one announced this week was the Hart Foundation.
The Hart Foundation, that's right. I knew it was a tag team.
You sure?
Do you realize how many two-time Hall of Famers we're going to have now after this year?
Yep, Booker T.
That was one of Ric Flair's biggest current claims to fame, was that he's the only two-time Hall of Famer.
Well, if Evolution goes in, then it'll be his third time.
Right.
Now, it'll be his third time and Triple H's second time.
Yeah. And Triple H won't even have gone in as a solo performer yet.
Now when they announce Ric Flair, do they get to say he's one of the only 4 two-time Hall of Famers?
Something like
4.
that.
It'll be Ric Flair. Brett. Wait,
Brett,
Ric Flair,
Booker T,
Brett, Booker T, Shawn.
Neidhart.
I
thought he got in solo, didn't he?
No, he hasn't gone in
I
solo
thought he did.
yet.
No.
I could have sworn he did.
Let me do a little research.
I know we're going to go over
We'll have an answer for that before the show's up.
I forgot we started the show. Hello, everyone. But no, are we going to go over the rumor for the last Hall of Fame inductee, since it was kind of spoiled by that radio station?
Yeah, I guess we can.
Word has it that a radio station in New York has kind of spoiled that the last Hall of Fame inductee for this year will be Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
I can honestly say I'm not too thrilled with this year's class.
I think there's a few too many tag teams.
Well, no, it's not tag teams that I have an issue with. It's not really even stables. It's just lackluster. I mean, there's no... You think New York, you don't think Hart Foundation, you really don't think Harlem Heat. What you think are guys...
Well, Harlem Heat. Harlem, New York.
Well, yeah, but... Anyway.
You think more like Bam Bam Bigelow. Even maybe Tommy Dreamer.
Taz.
There's a lot of ECW guys that I think would be cool to go in there, because they've done stuff in WWE too. But, oh well, I guess. I mean, it's not only kind of lackluster, but I think one of the bigger problems I have with it is there's not a surefire one person who's like the headliner.
Yeah, I mean...
The headliner is DX.
Yeah, but that's not like specifically one person who's up there. That's going to be 5 different people.
In years past, there's always been that one definitive headliner that is the draw. And this year you got so many different ones that could have been in years past and even years coming that could have been the headliner. But this year there's not really one defined. I mean, if I was to pick 2 that was to be on the low end of the totem pole, I think it would probably be Honky Tonk Man and Bruce Beefcake.
Yeah.
While both did contribute quite a bit to the late 80s picture of WWE, but...
And by the way, I do have clarification, and this would be Jim Neidhart's first induction.
It is? Okay. I could have sworn he went in...
He's gone into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, but this is his first WWE Hall of Fame.
Okay, well, I was wrong. I admit it. You don't hear that too often around here.
You don't hear any of us really often admit that we're wrong, except for Eric over
Especially
there. He can definitely... He'll stand up and admit he's wrong. Me, I hate to be wrong.
I have no problems admitting when I'm wrong.
But then again, I'm never wrong. And guess what? That was a wrong statement. Anyway, so we're already having a blast. The Insider, however, has the card for NXT TakeOver, which I think we'll start with, and WrestleMania, which is 2 days after TakeOver. I'm actually kind of excited. I'll get to watch NXT TakeOver this year.
Yeah, we won't
instead
be at a show.
of be doing a show.
Yeah.
Because the last TakeOver, I was in Mattoon.
And every other TakeOver's past, we've always had a PWA show.
Yeah, PWA,
which,
or for me, some other show.
Backstage,
Yeah.
I kind of have it on my phone.
NXT just has to stop scheduling them on Saturdays.
NXT just has to start looking at our schedule and have some respect.
Okay.
I can't really do what you do, though, because at PWA I have to commentate the match in front of me. How weird would it be if I'm sitting here talking about, oh, here comes Brian Ely off the ropes, and wow, Adam Cole with the last shot. You know, it would be just weird.
It would be weird.
And
I'd
probably get fired. I'd probably get fired.
One for the blooper reel.
Anyway, but no, it's going to be a lot of fun, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm getting kind of hyped up for WrestleMania and NXT and the Hall of Fame.
I'm more excited for NXT than I am WrestleMania.
Well,
this
and that's understandable.
Blah.
WrestleMania, I think, would be okay. The biggest match they really have is the women's match.
Which, that is a logical choice for a headliner. It's making history. I'm okay with it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely okay with it.
Well, you have reasons why you're okay with it.
Hey,
yeah.
there might be some money on the line on that. But
anyway, the big thing here is that there's no tag titles on the card at all. There's literally no United States title.
And we have both of the major women's titles in the same match.
Yeah, and I think it's winner takes all.
And actually, there is a set of tag titles that's on the main card.
Oh, is there?
The women's.
The women's tag.
Well, I meant men's tag titles. My bad. I should have clarified the men's tag titles.
Yeah.
There he is, being sexist again.
Oh. Anyway, I think we should start.
Any ladies that may be watching, please address all hate mail to the analyst Robert Leach, care of the Sleeper Hold.
Please don't. Enough women hate me already. Anyway,
let's go ahead. I figured it'd be kind of cool to give our predictions as to who we think are going to win.
Yep, we're going to go ahead and give our NXT and WrestleMania predictions as the cards stand right now. And I think I had the idea before the show that we can predict which matches for WrestleMania will be on the kickoff show.
Which I think that's going to be a cool idea, see who was right.
Definitely. So, without further ado.
Okay, so these are in no particular order. It's just matches as they're listed. Alright, well first is the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship. We have champion Shayna Baszler defending against Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane is in that match.
Yeah.
You told me last week she wasn't.
Well, they just announced this week that she was in it.
Oh, okay.
So you know this if you watched NXT.
Got me there.
Okay, so my pick, I think they're gonna give it to Io Shirai.
Kairi Sane.
I don't watch a lot of NXT, but I've been hearing a lot about Bianca Belair, but I've also been hearing a lot about Io Shirai. So definitely one of those two. I think Baszler is going to come up to the main roster.
That I can agree with you on, but I think the other two are going to get the swerve right off the bat because Kairi Sane's been in there longer.
True. Now, I will make a fast forward prediction. So since this is documented on YouTube, I'm going on the record today. This is, what's today?
Today is the 28th of March.
March 28th, 2019. I'm going to make a prediction. Next year at WrestleMania, Kairi Sane will be on the main roster, and they will incorporate the Battleship at Raymond James Stadium into her entrance.
We shall see.
Because if you've watched NFL football, then you know Raymond James Stadium. That's the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they have a giant pirate ship.
Oh yeah.
They would be stupid not to include. Somehow figure that into her.
Definitely stupid.
Assuming they can find a safe way to get her up there.
True.
And down.
Yes, I don't think they want to have some sort of zip-lining situation. No.
No, all that kind of got stopped after Owens.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Incident.
So we've all submitted our picks for the first match. I'm
That's
going with
right.
Io Shirai.
And I'm thinking just because it's NXT, it's probably going to be pre-show.
This is on TakeOver.
Oh, TakeOver. Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking WrestleMania. My fault.
No, we're talking TakeOver.
Okay, TakeOver. I'm sorry. I'm in the right frame of mind.
Okay. The next match is for the NXT North American Championship, as we have the champion Velveteen Dream defending against the original bro, Matt Riddle. My pick, I'm going with Matt Riddle. Bro.
It's a good one. I think... See, I want to say it's too early to give Matt Riddle something. But then again, I want to see Velveteen Dream come up to the main roster.
Right. So that's the route I was thinking, making my pick for this match.
But then they did bring Ciampa up to the main roster while he was still NXT champion.
It's very true.
Same with Kevin Owens back when he debuted.
Again, very true.
And I'm pretty sure they brought, what was it at the time? Charlotte or Sasha, I think, when they were the NXT Women's Champion.
I think it was Paige.
Yeah, Paige.
Yeah,
And then she got the Divas Championship.
yeah, on her first night on the main roster.
First person to hold both at the same time. I think Velveteen Dream will win it.
Think he'll retain?
I think Velveteen Dream's going to retain. I don't see him losing it anytime in the very, very foreseeable future.
It could go either way. I'm undecided. So.
Okay. One for Velveteen Dream, one for Matt Riddle, and one undecided. The next match, 2 out of 3 falls. Now, this match, I truly believe, has the potential to be the match of the weekend of the WWE shows.
Okay.
2 out of 3 falls for the vacant NXT Heavyweight Championship. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole.
Who have you got?
I'm going with Adam Cole.
I'll predict the order of the falls. Gargano, Cole, Cole.
That's how I would do it. Or Cole, Gargano, Cole.
I think that'll be how it goes. I don't see Gargano losing by a clean sweep.
Right.
Either way, so
It wouldn't be clean sweep. He would have got the first fall.
well, no, I'm talking about
Then
when I was thinking about it. I thought about, well, would it be just Cole done? But
it wouldn't be Cole, and then him because.
well, no, I said Cole done.
Oh, done. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think Cole's gonna win either way. Cole across the board.
Yep. The next match is another title match. It seems like every match on this show is title match.
That's how it goes.
This is
WrestleMania
for
weekend.
the WWE United Kingdom Championship. The current champion Pete Dunne is defending against Walter. My pick for this match, hands down, Walter.
Okay, I might have to agree with that one.
I only think Walter because he was like hyped up big time when he was getting ready to debut. And I think maybe Pete Dunne will be, I think Pete Dunne might be coming up to the main roster here soon. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see on that.
We will.
We don't. It's not like we have a glass wall that'll let us see into the future.
Very true.
But it was Walter across the board. 2 matches, across the board, 2 matches in a row. And the last match for NXT TakeOver New York. This is for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The champions, War Raiders, taking on the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Tournament, Aleister Black and Ricochet. I'm going to go War Raiders.
I think War Raiders.
Black and Ricochet.
Ooh.
Interesting.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will have to see. Now you guys secretly know if that's how it finishes, where it's Black and Ricochet. I'm going to be messaging you guys.
Why? I'm the one that predicted it.
Right. Alright, so that was our predictions for...
Hey, remember, I predicted the winners of last year's Royal Rumble. Both matches.
And
Not this.
And I predicted the winner of the match that gave Asuka the women's championship.
Yeah, I predicted her Royal Rumble one.
I know.
And Shinsuke's. On the same night.
I at least called Shinsuke's.
Is it sad that last year he was in a WWE title match and this year Shinsuke's not even on the card? Save for probably the Battle Royal.
Yeah, I think he'll probably see him and Gallows and Anderson in the Andre the
I don't think Gallows and Anderson will be in it. I did some reading this week and I read that this week could have very well been Gallows and Anderson's last match in WWE because they've been wanting out for a while.
Well, of course, they want to go join some friends in AEW.
Some good brothers. Alright, so that was our predictions for NXT TakeOver.
That's right.
Next, we move to the show of shows. The whole reason why people from all over the United States and overseas come to are gathering in New York City, in the New York.
Here we go.
And paying way too much money for tickets.
Here it comes.
WrestleMania.
Vince McMahon, the show of shows. The granddaddy of them all. WrestleMania.
Okay, so...
Wait, Vince wouldn't call it that because he doesn't want WrestleMania to sound old. I read that last year.
It's 30-something years old.
It's as old as I am.
I read that Vince McMahon doesn't want that. I read that Vince McMahon does not want it to be considered as old or as the granddaddy of them all.
Well, I hate to burst Vince McMahon's bubble, but it is old.
That's why on the logos and during promotional material, they don't put a number on it anymore.
Wow. I did see a really cool WrestleMania shirt, though. It's a Becky Lynch one. It says Wrestle and then man is capitalized. WrestleMania. And instead of the crown, it's the picture of Becky Lynch for the eye.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So here we go. Again, just like with TakeOver, these matches are in no particular order. It's just the matches.
Here we go.
All right. For the SmackDown Championship, we have Daniel Bryan against Kofi Kingston. I'm going with Kofi.
That's a good one.
I like an underdog. What can I say?
I want Kofi to win. I want Kofi to take it home. I want it to happen. I want to have the proof that WWE fans are so changeable in their mindsets. Because like I said a couple weeks ago, just a few years ago, they were exactly this passionate for Daniel Bryan. And now they're being this passionate against Daniel Bryan.
They want Kofi.
And here's a little fun fact for you.
Okay.
Now,
That new title belt looks like crap.
well, that
Looks like something Van Damme would smoke.
here's my thing though. If I am correct, there have been world heavyweight champions that were African American, but we've never had an African American WWE champion.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Samoan, I wouldn't necessarily.
He's half African American.
That's
African-American.
half.
Still counts.
Half.
Booker T.
Full-blooded. He was never WWE champion.
He was still world heavyweight champion.
That's what I'm talking about. World heavyweight champion.
Well, then
There have been
Booker T would
African
count.
American holders. I'm talking about WWE championship.
Now,
There's
you can
never
think
been a
Bobby
full-blooded,
Lashley had a run.
a
He had the
full-blooded
ECW
African
title
American.
at one point.
It's still a world championship.
There's never
For
been a
splitting
full.
hairs.
There's never been a
That's
full-blooded
what he's
African
doing.
American
He's
to win the
splitting.
WWE
Yeah.
championship.
Besides
Anyway,
He's not full-blooded. He's half.
half black, half Samoan. It's not much
Not
different.
full-blooded.
anyway,
100%.
Anywho,
Oh,
so I'm picking Kofi.
I've got. I think I'll give it to Daniel Bryan.
I think you're both right, because what I think is going to happen is Kofi's going to win it. Vince is going to come out, restart the match, and let Daniel win it.
Woo!
That's my prediction.
What a
Including
way!
with the swerve.
What a way to freaking lose half your stock.
Yeah.
We did a project in school yesterday where we had $20,000. It was fake.
That's not gonna
$20,000.
cause the stock to lose, because you still have so many people invested in watching the product. That's going to affect your stock numbers. It's not going to be just people getting pissed because somebody.
Well, people are
going to
get pissed and stop watching. I'm sure.
Oh no, that ain't gonna happen.
At least for
I
like
will
3
make-
weeks, and then be like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing." Let's watch.
I will make a bold prediction and say if Kofi Kingston loses, there will be people that will walk out of WrestleMania.
Update us, please, if it happens.
Oh, I will.
Keep an eye on the crowd.
Because I will openly admit it. I walked out last year out of Lesnar and Reigns.
Who didn't?
Actually, quite a few of the crowd, quite a bunch of the crowd did stay.
Which
But
it's
I
kind of
stayed long
smart.
enough to watch the entrances because I've never gotten to see Brock Lesnar's entrance live. So I wanted to at least see that.
Yeah, definitely.
But the match, walked out.
Too bad his entrance is more impressive than his actual moveset.
I walked out and went to the merchandise booth and bought me an AJ Styles hat.
I don't blame you. My
There was no line. There had been line.
See, my
throughout the
view
show.
on it, if it's really just a main event, it's kind of it's a main event. I think it's okay to walk out early, and it's smart to walk out early,
Because then you can be out of the traffic.
so you don't have to fight all these 100,000 people
You'll still fight the same people that had the same idea.
Yeah.
trying to get the hell out of WrestleMania.
Because it was a little bit of a. I'll PG this. It was a bit of a pain in the rear to get out of parking, and we parked 3 blocks away from the Superdome last year.
Lord.
Yeah.
You should have parked 12 blocks from the Superdome.
Hey, we got a deal. I think it was like $20 for the whole night.
That is a deal.
Yeah.
WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans. Yeah, that's a deal.
That had to have been a pretty big lot for him to be
Actually,
selling
you know
space.
what?
That's almost as good of a deal as finding $5 parking around the state fair.
Exactly. To compare
Or
the size
13
of
at a
this
Cardinal
parking
game.
lot. Now, I know a lot of our viewers won't get the reference unless they actually live here. But you guys know the parking lot that's, at 5th and Jefferson when you're going down 5th Street. It's right next door to the Alamo.
Yeah.
That little parking lot. About that size.
Oh,
Yeah. $20.
not bad.
Not bad. No, not at all.
Not half bad at all.
And the blocks in New Orleans aren't really that big. Plus, there was like
Too
a nice
bad.
little empty, abandoned parking, or it actually looked like a construction lot that people could cut through.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought it would be, oh, hey, this is gonna be a great idea. We'll park here. Yeah, and each one of them walked out with it and found a ticket on their vehicle for parking that day.
It's too bad that WWE's shows aren't bigger in Springfield, where people could make some bank for WWE parking like a block away.
Well, they could be bigger. Vince only has to do one thing: bring a damn Raw or a SmackDown.
Yeah.
It will draw the people from around the area. You'll have people from Peoria,
Decatur,
even down by St. Louis coming for that.
Yeah.
But he always goes to St. Louis with them. Or Chicago.
I think he only has one thing in mind, and that's because he can go to St. Louis or Chicago and get more people in the door and make more money off of it.
I've always heard Springfield house shows are what they call gas money.
Gas money.
Yep, because we're right in between Chicago and St. Louis.
Yep.
Gas money.
Our event is the night after an event in St. Louis.
Yep, and a lot of times it can be the night before an event in
Chicago.
I think the night after our Springfield show, they're going to Moline. And then
Rest my
they're probably
case.
going to do
Gas
Raw.
money.
Then they're probably going to do Raw in Iowa somewhere that week.
Probably Cedar Rapids
Or with Des Moines or
or
something.
Des Moines.
Either way,
Anywho.
I think have we even started with the WrestleMania card?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
we went over the first match, the Daniel Bryan and
Okay,
Cody
yeah.
Kingston. Next match, Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. The Boston Hug Connection, Bayley and Sasha Banks, are defending their titles against the Divas of Doom, the Iconics, and Nia Jax and Tamina. I'm going to go with the bold prediction of Iconics!
You're high!
No. But yeah,
I could say something, but
The
it's not very
Iconics.
PG.
well, we blew that.
But the Iconics would kill me. If they were to watch this show, they'd kill me.
They would. But
Is it worth it?
what's the chance of them actually watching it?
I want dicks.
God. We apologize for that, for any younger viewers.
You gave me the okay.
We didn't know what you were going to say.
Plus, we also got video proof of Rob saying he wants dicks.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's being added to his entrance music.
Good thing PWA is a PG show. Oh no, I'd be in trouble.
So, my pick for the winner of this match.
That would play right before that opening riff of Sharp Dressed Man.
I love
You just edit it into the music. Just edit it into the music. I want dicks. I want dicks. Dun, dun,
Cause
dun,
every
dun.
girl's... No. Cause always Rod's crazy cause...
he likes dicks.
Every
Every girl's crazy because I want dicks.
But yeah, anyway, my pick is the Iconics.
Again, we apologize again for the repeated use of that phrase.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. Analyst, your pick?
Oh, my predictions. Oh,
Anal yeast.
I think I love how I just straightened out my Shinsuke Nakamura shirt for this. I've got to say Bayley and Sasha.
Bayley and Sasha to retain?
Yeah, probably going to be Bayley and Sasha. I mean, they just instituted this title not too long ago. I mean, it's kind of going to lose its prestige a little if they lose it right away.
Maybe.
Okay. Fair enough. Next match. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Now, me a year ago, I would have said Drew McIntyre. because I hated Roman Reigns. Still kind of do. But that's my pick.
Drew McIntyre? Oh,
No,
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Okay. See, I want so desperately bad to say Drew McIntyre. But given the events that took place, and I hate to have to say it, and I might sound like a senseless asshole for this.
You always sound like an asshole, right?
Well, senseless this time. But I think WWE are going to milk Roman Reigns' leukemia story for as long as they can.
Oh yeah, totally. Have you already, they've incorporated the orange Roman Reigns logo into his gear, and it's on all of his T-shirts, and there's wristbands
Here's
now.
the thing, though. You never hear about how Zack Ryder beat cancer when he was a kid.
Well, we heard it when we had Zach Gallen.
Oh yeah, Zach Gallen, of course. Well, like
There's
Zack
name
Ryder when he
pass.
was about 8 or 9 years old, had a battle with cancer. And you never hear about Zack Ryder, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
My bad. Either way,
he's on the level of.
I think WWE is
Kurt
going to
Hawkins
use
at this
that.
point.
They're going to use that to make money as much as they can, which it's unfortunate. And I'm not trying to take anything away. I don't think that he faked his fight. I'm not going to say anything like that because I know it was real, and I'm glad that he was able to overcome this terrible disease. I'm just simply saying I think WWE want to make as much money as possible.
Correct. Just like they did with the Connor Shakira bracelets.
Yep.
Again, another great charity. I will buy them every time I see them. I guess I'm gonna have to start buying the Roman Reigns ones now. But
Either way.
As long as I know it's going to a good cause, I will support.
Yep.
And I think that we're going to see a swerve and have Drew McIntyre.
Wow.
Beat
See,
Reigns.
I do.
So it will lead into a bigger
program.
program with them going against each other because he'll be the next big cancer that Reigns will have to overcome.
True, but here's what I'm thinking. If Roman Reigns
It doesn't
beats
matter
him,
what you're thinking.
if Roman Reigns beats McIntyre, oh yeah, he beat leukemia and he beat the man who thought he was bigger than leukemia. Or then if Drew McIntyre wins, I can see it going into a program eventually with Seth Rollins.
Interesting.
And Drew McIntyre becoming Universal Champion at some point.
Well, so you're giving the viewers a preview of one of your future picks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next match for the WWE Intercontinental title. As it sits right now, we don't know if there's been any changes made, but as it sits right now, Bobby Lashley defending against Finn Balor. I'm going with Balor. As much as they've been transferring the belt back and forth, Balor.
And if you look at some of the promotional material, like the shirts and stuff, they have him as the demon on the promotional material.
Yeah.
So if it's going to be Demon Balor and Lashley,
You get to see not only Finn Balor, you'll get to see the Demon Finn Balor.
Well, see, I got to see Balor Club Balor last year. This year it's Demon Balor.
That's right. But I think Balor's going to win just because he's going to be the Demon.
Club shirt.
I could have worn my Demon Balor shirt.
I could have worn some sort of shirt that pertains to any of the people we're talking about right now.
And who do you have for the Intercontinental title? Balor. Okay.
Gotta go with the demon.
Next match for the WWE United States Championship.
It is on the card?
It is on the card.
Yeah.
Champion Samoa Joe.
Oh, that's a kickoff
taking
show
on
match.
Rey. Oh yeah, definitely. Taking on Rey Mysterio. I'm going to go with something. And once I explain why, it'll probably make sense. I'm calling for Samoa Joe to retain because I see Rey Mysterio's son Dominic getting involved. Because they have alluded to a little bit to Dominic's training.
Mm-hmm.
And and I just did happen to see a little something about him, Rey Mysterio, trademarking a name of Prince Mysterio.
Ooh.
For use for clothing and one that pertains to wrestling.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to wait and see. But I'm picking Samoa Joe.
I don't know. You brought up a great argument, but I'm going to have to go with Rey Mysterio.
As much as I want to see Mysterio get it, I think it's going to ruin Joe's credibility. So, Joe.
That was ruined a long time ago when he couldn't beat Reigns or Lesnar or Strowman. Or
Couldn't beat Reigns because he's Vince's golden boy right now.
Or Styles.
Okay, this next match, it's going to be kind of hard to predict because we don't know exactly who all is in it yet, other than Braun Strowman and two guys from Saturday Night Live. That being the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle.
Wouldn't be something if one of the Saturday Night Live guys won.
I only think this is going to be a main card match because Strowman and the Saturday Night Live guys are in it, and the Saturday Night Live guys are the big special associates, whatever, yada yada, whatever the hell.
I think that's going to be a pre-show match.
It could. It was last year.
So
it has been more times than the main card match than it has been on the main card. The first one was on the main card. The second one was on the pre-show. Last one that was on the main card was WrestleMania 32.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that was only because Shaquille O'Neal was in it.
Oh my god, I forgot Shaq was in that. Next.
Moving along.
Moving right along.
Do we have a pick for that?
We don't know who's all in it.
Yeah, we don't know who all is in it, so it's going to be hard to predict that one.
Either way, I'm going to say Strowman.
Not unless something happens and he spends too much time on the Saturday Night Live guys.
Yeah.
You're right. They're going to try to push some guy that they think could use a push.
Maybe
and then that guy's not going to get a push.
Maybe we could see a debut win it. Maybe Rob Gronkowski's in it. Maybe Conor McGregor's in it.
Oh, please, no.
Both men just retired from their respective
EC3.
sports.
EC3. But last I heard, Vince McMahon has literally no hope in EC3.
Which is saddening because he's awesome. He had great matches in TNA. The guy can go. This would be the second time Vince has dropped the ball with EC3.
Yeah, back before he was Derek Bateman.
Yeah.
In
Back
NXT.
when NXT was just a competition on SmackDown.
Yep.
In a
Either
bad
way,
reality show.
Yeah.
let's go ahead after the Andre the Giant.
Next match, AJ Styles and Randy Orton. I'm going with the phenomenal one.
I think I'm going to go with Orton.
Orton?
Because I think this is going to lead into a rematch at Extreme Rules.
Interesting.
That is the next, or whatever the hell the next pay-per-view is. A rematch at the next pay-per-view and then another at Extreme Rules.
Okay. Fair enough.
Viper.
You're going Randy Orton too?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I think AJ's had a significant push and he's going to try to bring Randy back up a bit.
Okay. Next match. This also is in a running for a very special match. Bathroom break. Shane McMahon versus The Miz, Falls Count Anywhere.
Falls Count Anywhere is the only thing that catches me about this match. Before it was Falls Count Anywhere, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I know it's The Miz, and I love The Miz, and I know it's Shane McMahon. I love Shane McMahon. If it's just a one-on-one nothing match,
Bathroom break.
then bathroom break. But since it's Falls Count Anywhere, I might just have to tune in as long as all goes well.
As it is, this pay-per-view is going to be at least 12 hours.
Hey,
I mean,
No,
it might need more
13.
than one bathroom break.
13. You forgot about the halftime show with whoever the hell is going to be singing. Elias.
Oh, God.
I think...
Please.
I'm making the bold prediction right now. I think Elias is going to go sing, and John Cena is going to interrupt him, and they're going to have a match.
Please, wrestling gods.
A.K.A. Vince McMahon.
No, wrestling gods. Please. Give us the honky tonk man to break up the Elias concert. Just come out and just bash him over the head with a guitar.
I never thought about that.
We already did that with Jarrett, though.
Yeah,
but this is a feel-good moment for the
first.
WWE Hall of Fame inductee, the Honky Tonk Man, to come out.
Again, we did that with Jarrett last year.
Actually, it wasn't even last year.
We didn't do it until January.
Yeah, it was. I think it was in January.
And technically, it was always Jarrett that got hit with the chair or with the guitar.
No, he was always...
He was choke on that, slap nuts, pow!
Well, I'm talking about with Elias. Just with Elias.
Yeah.
That's, that is, I forgot, that's going to be on the pre-show.
Elias?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because we know this pre-show is going to be at least an hour to an hour and a half.
It's always 2 hours.
It's a 2-hour pre-show.
It's 2 hour?
It's 2 hour
Because
pre-show
it's
on
start,
Mania, Royal Rumble, Survivor
Elias
Series.
will be the main event of the first hour.
It's going to be, I think it's 2 hour, no, it's 1 hour on everything else. But it's going to be 2 hours because I saw the commercial during Raw for WrestleMania.
Oh,
and
that's right, because they're doing the kickoff show.
The kickoff starts
on
at
USA.
The kickoff starts at I think 4, and I think they're only showing the second hour on USA because they said it starts at 5 p.m. Central Time on USA. And that's what they always do anyway. They only ever show the second hour of the kickoff show. And you have to jump over to
the network. Okay. This next match also has the potential to... Oh, we didn't even give our picks for McMahon and Miz.
Oh, I don't think anybody cared who was.
The Miz.
Miz, possibly with an assist from his father.
I don't even think his father. I think at the
Falls count anywhere, I think he's going to get involved.
At the absolute most, nah, never mind. I'm stupid.
Because we can agree on that.
Yeah.
He was getting the hell beat out of him on SmackDown by Shane's lackeys, which was Sanity and Shelton Benjamin. And I thought R-Truth was going to come out and try to help him because they're former tag partners.
Right.
But I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it that The Miz is a face now.
Well, they're only doing that for his TV show.
True.
Miz and
Mrs. But he's always such a better heel.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Easily. It's easier to hate him than it is to like him.
Anyway, The Miz, because I think they're probably going to have some tall thing for Shane to climb up onto.
Oh, yeah, he's going to do some ridiculously crazy
either a ladder or something, and he's going to go through a table. Or maybe replicate what he did years and years ago and try to climb the entranceway.
Kind of like what he did with Steve Blackman.
Yeah. Get hit and
yeah,
fall
there's
off
no
the
like exposed
entranceway.
scaffolding anymore, though. It's all light panels that.
True.
Yeah, but I think for this they're going to have some sort of scaffolding.
Oh, yeah.
It's WrestleMania. They usually do.
I've got it. I know where he's going to dive off of. This is a bold prediction. What do they have for outdoor WrestleManias?
Oh, no. He's not
the canopy where the top looks like a ring.
He's not diving off
that.
of
That would kill him.
That would actually kill him.
He would be taking a similar fall to what Owen took.
Oof.
Yeah, because that's about the height of a normal arena.
Isn't that the height, though, of the Hell in a Cell, almost?
No. Because if you watch, remember WrestleMania 28 was in an outdoor stadium, and they had the canopy above the ring, and Hell in a Cell was lowered from that. And Hell in a Cell is probably a good 50 feet shorter.
Okay, maybe not the top. Maybe
because
he'll scale it
that
to a certain height.
That canopy is about the height of a normal arena, which shows how big these stadiums are because all the crowd seating goes high above the canopy.
Yeah.
So
don't remind me.
either way, I don't think he's going to jump off of that canopy. I do agree with you. I think he could climb up one of the legs of it to a certain extent, or just like climb up a ladder outside the ring and then go through a table.
Yeah, he's going to do some sort of crazy spot. We know that.
Yeah, he's got to have some sort of crazy spot. It's a false count anywhere.
Right. And there's
no disqualification equals Shane McMahon kills self. Anyway.
Next. Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle in Kurt Angle's final match.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
That
I've got
for
Baron
sure
Corbin.
is a bathroom break.
But I've got Baron Corbin. Only because if it's actually his last match, he's going to go out on his back. That's tradition.
I think he's going to go out on top.
I agree with Eric.
I'm going Angle.
Especially because Baron's become nothing more than an overhyped jobber in the last few years.
WWE's going to piss us off this time. I really think so.
You think
I
Corbin's
think Corbin's going to win. I don't like it one bit. But I've got Corbin.
Here's a thought. If he doesn't interrupt Elias, how do you feel about John Cena being added to that match?
Or
John Cena beats up Baron Corbin to where Baron Corbin can't compete.
He
takes
the
really
spot. Cool. Because I've read...
Because it would go full circle for those two.
I've read WWE is operating backstage as if this man's not going to be at WrestleMania. What if the match is getting ready to start and all of a sudden the lights go out? They come back on. Baron Corbin has disappeared and The Undertaker is standing across from Kurt.
I don't think that'll happen because there's already been stuff teasing that something else could be happening with Taker this year.
Well, true.
That doesn't involve WrestleMania. This could be the first year since he has been an active wrestler we may not see The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Well, since about 2001. Something like that.
You sure? Because he had 22 straight matches.
He had... Let's see. The streak went to 21-1. 21-0.
Yeah, but
and he had been... And it was weird for me because if his first WrestleMania was in 1991 and he got his 21st victory in 2013... That is 22 years.
Yeah, but you forget he won last year against John Cena.
Well, now here's what
He's just talking about based on the streak.
I'm talking about the streak from 1991 to 2013. If he was at every single WrestleMania, he should have had 22 victories, and he only had 21.
Yeah, but you got to figure he's lost 2.
I'm talking about
He's
before he lost the streak. He should have had 22. He missed WrestleMania 2000 because he was out with that injury, and that was before he would come back as the American Badass.
Okay.
I'm positive.
Okay, well, moving right along. This one I'm kind of excited for. They've upped the ante on this match quite a bit, I do say. That's Triple H and Batista. No holds barred match.
I forgot
if
about
Triple
that.
H loses, he must retire as an active wrestler. I mean,
Thought he already did that.
No. This is official. This is what Batista wanted, and we give Batista what he wants.
Because he really wants this.
And he's Drax the Destroyer.
We're going to give him what he wants, what he really, really wants.
Okay, side note to what Rob was saying earlier, Undertaker missed WrestleMania 10 and WrestleMania 2000 from injuries.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was still...
Yeah, because 10 was around the time he broke his orbital bone.
And he had that crazy looking mask.
And then 2000 was when he tore something, I think.
The final win was against CM Punk at WrestleMania 29. in 2013.
Fair enough. I can admit I was wrong. But since the streak has been broken, this will be the first year in a really, really, really long time. Okay, in 18 years.
There you go.
That he's not been at WrestleMania. From what I've heard is he's actually choosing to wrestle in Saudi Arabia over.
Now, WWE's also teasing us quite a bit.
Well, yeah, that's what WWE does. They like to tease.
But I think it's just going to be a matter of waiting until the actual event. Because I've been hearing that WWE are bringing in a hell of a lot of legends for some sort of segment.
I have heard that as well. I've heard Stone Cold Steve Austin. I've heard Hulkamania, brother.
I've heard Austin, Hogan,
my hip.
Michaels outside of the induction. That's all I can remember. But I'm sure there's going to be some more.
Okay. Now, back to the task at hand, the match between Triple H and Batista.
I'm going to go with Triple H.
I, too, am picking Triple H.
Triple H.
I think this will be Batista's last match, and he'll go in the Hall of Fame next year.
Ooh. Rob with the bold prediction for next year.
If he doesn't quit beforehand.
Now, this match, I also believe, is worthy of the pre-show. When I say what it is...
That won't happen. Triple H has got too much of an ego to be on the fucking pre-show.
Oh, we're not talking about this one.
We're moving on to the next match. No, this match, when I tell you what it is, this screams pre-show.
Oh, no. I probably forgot about it.
Singles match for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, pre-show.
Buddy Murphy versus Tony
Pre-show.
Pre-show.
And it's Tony Nese.
And it's going to be Tony Nese.
Pre-show, brother. Pre-show. Last year, they gave him the pre-show last year, too, didn't they?
It was Mustafa Ali and Cedric
Mustafa
Alexander.
Ali. Which, that was cool to see.
It was a good
Mustafa.
match. The next two matches I'm going to flip. I'm going to read them in the order that they should be read in. The next match, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the Universal title. I'm going Seth Rollins.
Me too. I'm thinking Seth Rollins. Even though I've read reports that Lesnar still might retain because he wants to work Saudi Arabia.
Well, everybody wants that Saudi money. Anyway, here's why I say Seth Rollins. Because there was something that was kind of teased a little bit at this past weekend's UFC event by Daniel Cormier.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He said he wanted to. He said he should appear at WrestleMania just to cost Brock the title, so that way they can have their fight in the UFC. I say in this match there's going to be a ref bump. He's going to go down, and then Cormier is going to rush the ring and do something to Brock, and then Seth Rollins is going to pick up the win.
I agree with that completely, but I think while the ref's down, it's just going to be at first a guy in a hood attacking Brock. Rollins gets the win. He wakes the ref up, gets out of the ring, just stands in the entranceway, watches Seth Rollins win. The guy in the hood gets back in the ring, takes off the hood, and it's Daniel Cormier.
Interesting.
That sounds like a WrestleMania moment to me.
Yeah. And a way for Dana White to make more money.
Yeah.
Because if Dana White and Vince McMahon were smart enough, they would join forces and promote the hell out of that show.
Oh, yeah.
Make money all around. And who was your pick?
I want to see Rollins get it, but I think it's probably going to stick with Brock again. Just because I've been hearing all this stuff about Brock wanting to be a two-sport champion, holding two titles in two different sports at the same time.
That's the only thing I don't think Vince will let Brock do.
Yeah,
be a two-sport champion.
I don't either.
Especially because it gets into dangerous territory.
If it's in Brock's contract to allow him to do something like that, Vince will.
True, because
he's already made a lot of concessions for Lesnar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and the last match, the main event.
The main event.
The triple threat for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. Now, they have released some of the ideas of how they're going to do this. Like, let's say, playing devil's advocate here, Rousey pins Charlotte. Rousey then leaves WrestleMania as champion for both Raw and SmackDown. Vice versa, same for Charlotte. But for Becky Lynch, whoever she pins, that's the title she leaves with. She doesn't get to leave with both. And for that, I'm going to give the win to Becky.
The bold prediction here from me. Not only do I think Becky's going to win, I think Becky is going to submit Ronda Rousey.
Ooh, I like that.
Plausible. I do want to see Becky to win, but I do have some monetary motivation for that.
Yeah.
There's an investment that we're all a part of.
Neither one of us have any chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, no.
I
Between
do.
us.
My chance is better than his, but
I do.
he does.
And Becky needs to win that match for it to happen.
All right.
Thus completes our predictions for WrestleMania and NXT TakeOver. Now, Alice, there was some PWA action you want to cover this week?
I'd love to. But honestly, I think we've already been on an hour.
Yeah, we are running a little over.
We're running low on time. I guess I can make it really quick. Ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday, April 6, 2019, PWA presents the 6th Annual Toga Steve Memorial Tournament live from the 8th Street Gym, 1401 North 8th Street in Springfield, Illinois. Doors open 6:30, showtime 7 o'clock, adults are $12, kids 6 to 12 or $10, kids 5 and under are always free.
Always.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Tournament to support a fallen brother who left this earth much too soon. We're going to be seeing Attitude Inc. defend the Tag Team Championship against 7 other teams. Whoever they face in each round is who they defend the titles against. And I guess if they're defeated in the first round, then that team goes on to the second round to defend the titles.
And
I think the whole general notion of it is going to be whoever wins the tournament is going to be the new tag champs.
I don't know. I think it's going to be Attitude Inc. have to defend the titles in the first round, the second round, and the third round, depending on how far they get, of course.
of course.
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I talked to Billy Alexander today. I forgot to ask him exactly how that's going to work. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, Attitude Inc., the tag team champions, will be involved. The second team involved will be Sweet Street.
I really hope Johnny Kincaid and IJ Street
Johnny Kincaid's a bully.
Just beat the
we just
crap
need to
out
have
of you.
Candy Deluxe come in here
Johnny
and do
Kincaid,
some dance moves.
I saw him at Quincy High School this past weekend. Johnny Kincaid is a bully, and he had flashbacks from his high school days,
I see
and
that
grabbed a
footage.
referee and beat
Basically
him
gave him a swirl.
and gave him a swirly.
Yeah, it was an anti-bullying PSA.
Yes. Either way, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely, Sweet Street and Attitude Inc. are confirmed for the match. I think tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m., Billy Alexander will be coming
He's
out
announcing another team
with a third team.
every night.
So yes,
And this is going to happen about 8 nights in a row until all 8 teams are revealed for the tournament.
if you want to know what those teams are before anybody else, might want to follow Billy
Go
Alexander
check out
on
Billy
Facebook.
Alexander on Facebook. Go check out PWA on Facebook, facebook.com/PWA Springfield, where we are giving the updates as Billy Alexander releases the names for the teams as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it for the Sleeper Hold. We'll see you next week where there are no disqualifications on the topics and Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah, this one will be missing.
We won't see you next week, I don't think. I don't think we're doing the show next week.
Well, let's see if we can figure out a way to patch me in via satellite.
We'll see if we can figure out
If not, we'll at
perhaps
least
an
have these
understudy. Perhaps an understudy of some sort, maybe a special guest.
Maybe a special guest.
We'll have to see how that goes next week on the Sleeper Hold. No disqualifications on the topics. Falls count anywhere for the Kluganator and the Insider Eric Zeidler. I've been the analyst Robert Leach. Everybody say bye.
Say bye.
Bye.